Well, imagine what it would feel like to perform the national anthem in front of thousands of people, one of the biggest college basketball games of the year.
Our next guest had that experience pretty recently when he took the court at the CenturyLink Center and sang before the NCAA Midwest Region final game. He was incredible, by the way.
He was. We showed
times.
part of that clip on the show. It was so moving. He's so talented, and he's joining us once more this morning with a special live performance. Here's Jimmy Weber singing "Taps God Is High."
Day is done, gone the sun from the lakes, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely rest, God is nigh. Fading light dims the sight, and the star gems the sky, gleaming bright from afar, falling night draws the night. For all the sons and daughters who died for you and me, who've fought with pride and honor, and now rest in the name of peace. It echoes up to heaven, this sacred melody, and serves as a reminder of the reasons we are free. Thanks and praise for our days, 'neath the sun, 'neath the stars, 'neath the sky. As we go, this we know, God is nigh.
That's Jimmy Weber. Jimmy, fantastic. Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you. Good to
I
see you.
don't think
on.
anybody's made me cry on our
That
show
is,
with singing. Thank you.
We've heard taps before, but we've never heard the lyrics like that, and that song has special meaning to you.
It does. Today is the anniversary of my friend Staff Sergeant Greg Wagner, who gave his life in Iraq today. And when we booked the show today, I hadn't connected that until this morning. And at his funeral in Alexandria, South Dakota, I made a promise to his family that one day I would do something to honor Greg, and I didn't know what that would be. It's very difficult to make a promise like that. However, a couple years later, Bruce Rasmussen from Creighton University sent me lyrics to taps, and I didn't know there was such a thing. And there was a wonderful story that went with that about the Civil War era. The stories are abound about how they came about, but I just was so fascinated that I called a good friend of mine named Dave Brainerd, originally from the Omaha area, who served with me in the Air Force. Incredible talent. And we co-wrote a bridge, put it to song, and made it into something that you could actually play on the radio. And because we wanted to do this. That was about 8 or 9 years ago, maybe longer. And what happened was recently I finally said, you know, it's time. So a friend of mine owns Johnny Cash's farm, Brian Oxley. He hooked me up with a video producer named Trevor George, and we went and did the video. And we're going to include images of Gold Star families, images of warfare, things that we don't want to associate when we say goodbye to our sons and daughters. And during my deployments, I was overseas about 7 times. I got to meet so many of those sons and daughters. Many of them didn't come home. to include Greg. And so I got together with his family this weekend to share the rough of the video, meaning there's just a lot of work left to be done on it.
Sure.
But it was just very heartwarming to do that, and I just love the Wagner family, and I'm just grateful that I get to keep this promise finally.
Right. What an incredible way to
And we've had a lot of incredible performances on this show. Some of them from you. This is one of the best we've had, so thank you for that
thank
tribute.
you so much. That was incredible. I mean, I literally have never cried during a performance before, so excuse me. But when will the single be released, and when can we see that final music video?
Well, we're looking to release probably the week before Memorial Day. I finally just said it's time to, life just kind of consumes you, and it's a lot of work to get a video together. By the way, that family playing.
That's what we're looking at here.
That's a rough cut.
Video,
I wrote and directed this piece. The three folks on the porch of the Johnny Cash farm are the Klingensmiths, originally from Sioux City. Their daughter is pursuing a music career, and their son. That is Trey Bibby, who accepted this role the night before. And the ending of the video it'll take you a little bit by surprise, but it needed to be said. So we're very pleased that we finally got it done, and I'm so grateful to everybody who does things like this. It helps me bring this message to life.
Well, please keep us posted on when we can see that final product. I mean, this is just incredible. I'm so
It's a
impressed
great
by
video.
this.
You've done so much. Your heart is with the military and our country, and you got a chance to sing the national anthem at the NCAA basketball tournament. Your friend Bruce Rasmussen, I think, had something to do with that too. What did that mean to you? Because I know we shared the video on social media as well, and it was such a powerful performance.
Yes.
Well, it was an incredible honor, and Bruce he's really making Omaha proud. He's the NCAA men's basketball chair, and he's such a patriot. And to ask me to do that, he likes it when I do it in uniform, and it's an honor to wear that again. I retired some years back, about 6 years ago, and to stand in front of 18,000 people. And there's a lot of controversy about the anthem, but I will tell you, in Omaha, Nebraska, everybody was silent. The respect, not for me, but for that uniform and for the flag and for that color guard and for the men and women that it represents, was astonishing. It was unbelievable honor. My dad passed away this year, and Coach K was his favorite coach and favorite team. He's a West Point grad. When I finished, the response was just, it stunned me. I didn't know, I was a little embarrassed almost, and then I walked off the court, and Coach K ran up and he fist bumped me, and he said a nice message, as did the Kansas organization. It's such an honor, when it was tough for me to retire from the military, and it was time, but at the same time, to wear that uniform again is such an honor, and the men and women it represents.
Yes.
It's for all the sons and daughters, like the song says, and if that's the last thing I do is honor them, then I've done my.
Well, thank you for your service, all you've done for our country, and all you've done musically for Omaha and our nation. I mean, you were absolutely fantastic, and we're actually going to hear from you one more time, luckily, as we close out the show today.
Yes, you've done a good job honoring those veterans and all those that have served and those that currently serve. Jimmy, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. You honor them by letting me do this today. And God bless you. And go Vikings.
Go Vikings, and shout out to South Dakota, right?
I knew that.
Alexandria.
Right.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Got to say hi to the Williams family.
The Williams,
too.
the Doyles, yes.
Everybody back in South
We know
Dakota.
a lot of the
Hello,
same
my
people.
mom.
Oh, I know.
My mom's out
Hi,
there.
Mom. Hi,
Maureen,
Mom.
I love you. You are my favorite person in the world.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Well, on